Hi Underdogs, welcome back to Underdogs Rise, the podcast where we rise together. I want to start by saying a sentence. I've got to learn to live in love without you. Not just to merely fall in love. That is what we've been taught to do through every film that we've ever seen in our lives. And I had the privilege of listening to my mentor once say, well, how about rising in love and doing that together? You see, we can go throughout our whole lives trying to chase love and never find it. Or we can chase our dream. But don't you think it's more important for us to live in that love together and to share that with them? Because falling in love can happen just for a mere moment, but rising in love together can last a lifetime. And learning to be in love is a practice, it's a skill. It is something that you can do together. And I think every meaningful relationship eventually finds that. The beginning of any relationship, it often feels effortless. The conversations that we have often flow. The laughter that we share becomes easy. Every text message that we send feels important. And every meeting that we have is exciting. We see and talk about possibilities that are everywhere. We see beauty in the world. And we also find hope within it. And isn't that just such a wonderful part of just being human? But then life arrives. Our bad moods show up. The misunderstandings appear. And the stresses of everyday life enter into ours. And suddenly love is not just merely a feeling. It's a choice. So many people know how to fall in love, but how many of us know how to rise in it? How do we learn to remain there? Because living in that love, it asks so much more of us. It asks us for patience, even when that feels challenging for us. Our understanding when it just feels impossible. Showing each other compassion when we just want to be right. It asks us to see the whole person. Not just those parts that are easy to love, but their fears, their wounds, their insecurities. And the dreams that are still waiting for us to participate in together. I think love means that it's about accepting that that every person that we meet, our partners and us, we're all unfinished. As when we first meet, we collide. We're at different speeds. We have our own histories. And yet over our time together, we learn to move together as well. We don't become identical, but we are able to find harmony and balance. And all our relationships are much the same. Love itself isn't just about becoming the same person. It's learning how to flow beside them, respecting each other's differences, celebrating our uniqueness, and together creating something that is much larger than what either of us could have created on our own. I've got to learn to live in love without you. It acknowledges that love itself is a skill. It's not just an emotion. And that skill grows with practice. We learn every day. We learn how to listen more intently, more deeply, to find the meanings behind the words that they are communicating. How to forgive more freely. How to show kindness. Love itself is not something that we master. As we evolve, our love evolves with us. We're continually learning. Maybe one of the greatest lessons is this. The people that we have in our lives, the people that we love, they are constantly changing. The person that any of us would meet today is not going to be the same person 5 years down the line. Life has a way of shaping us. To rise in love, I think, is being able to be willing to meet them again and again. To meet them where they are. To stay curious, to keep discovering. To never assume that you know everything about them. All of the people in our lives are not just books that you just read once. Just as me and you, their stories are still being unwritten. Sometimes living in that love just simply means staying together in silence. Offering them support, allowing space. Or simply just holding their hand. Because presence is one of love's greatest gifts. The truth is, every relationship encounters storms. even the relationships between ours with oneself. None of us escape them. The disappointment, the conflict. Sometimes there is distance, but there's also change. And these are not signs that love has failed. It's an invitation for you to simply deepen it. The relationships that we have with ourselves and the relationships we have with a partner often grow because of the challenges that they face, and they do that together. Just as ourselves have identities that we are in conflict with, the same goes when we are in partnership with someone else. Love does not grow during the easy days. Love grows during the discomfort and the challenging times that we share together. Where understanding ourselves or one another requires effort. I've got to learn to live in love without you. Not because we're perfect. Because we're human. Every day is not going to be easy. But every day is worth showing up for. Because the love that we share, that creates the meaning. And perhaps that is what we're all searching for. Not a perfect person or a perfect version of ourselves. But a meaningful experience shared with another's heart. And our own. Because love isn't just built in a single moment. It's built in thousands of them. And we all have that opportunity to learn how to love ourselves and one another. And to learn to rise in love. Underdogs rise, and we rise together.